We could be making jumping up worse. We could be making pulling on the line worse. We could be making barking worse. So, to know that we're not making things worse, we really need to understand that everything is reinforcing. So, not just what we decide to give is reinforcing. So when we're looking at our dog's behavior and maybe things that we're looking to work away from, jumping up, pulling on the line, barking, we need to know that everything is reinforcing, and what the dog wants, if they get there or they feel that they've got there, that's reinforcing. So the behaviors that we're trying to work away from, if the dog is self-reinforcing or we're accidentally reinforcing without knowing, we are going to help to make those behaviors worse. So let's take a look at some scenarios, okay? If I'm looking to work away from barking, I could have barking in a number of places, but am I accidentally reinforcing? I am in the kitchen, I've got my food and my learner's barking at me, they're excited for their food, they want their food, and I quickly put the food down. I've reinforced that barking, okay? That is food, yes. So I have reinforced through food, but I haven't set out to work on something training. So you might not be thinking, oh, well, I was working to increase or decrease something, so I haven't really meant to reinforce. So I haven't kind of taken note that I have reinforced. In that scenario, yes, you have reinforced the barking because the learner wanted the food, they've got the food, okay? Let's look at the barking in terms of leaving the house, okay? We are looking to leave the house, the learner barks, we go outside. The learner wanted to go out on that walk. They've barked and they've got outside. So we have reinforced the barking. And you may have even thought, you know what? I know the barking will stop outside, so quickly let's get them outside. We've reinforced the barking. So actually what's going to happen there is barking is going to stay the same or become more persistent. You might find that that barking then starts to flow over into other areas. Let's look at another area when it comes to barking. Come in the house, the dog wants our attention, they bark at us and we say hello. We have reinforced that barking. And again, barking being reinforced will become more prevalent or start to flow over into other areas, okay? Everything is reinforcing, even in the sense that if our dog is looking in the garden and barking at a bird and that bird flies away and the dog's being very excited with themselves thinking, oh, I've got rid of that bird, and the bird comes back and they bark at the bird again, the bird goes. That is reinforcing for the dog, okay? Barking in itself is very reinforcing, but the fact that he's also having fun with animals in the garden is very, very reinforcing, okay? In that scenario, you'd want to shut the curtain, okay? You wouldn't want him to keep practicing the behavior, okay? You wouldn't want him to self-reinforce all the time. In terms of jumping up, if our learner jumps up and we push them down, actually, again, the learner wanted our attention. Okay, they wanted to interact with us. And if we were to push them or say no or stop or look at them, we're actually reinforcing that. We need to come away. We need to turn away. We need to wait until all four paws are on the floor. We then can say, good boy, good girl, give our attention. Remember, we need to know what our learner wants. In terms of pulling on the line, are we letting our learners pull us to that bush that they want to get to? Therefore, they're self-reinforcing and they're learning that that pull got them there. What you want to do in that scenario is start to get a handle on eye contact with you, clocking in with you. That will get them to the bush, okay? It's not going to be the end of pulling on the line, and it's not going to be your perfect loose lead, but it's the start, okay? It's teaching your learners that clocking in with you will get you where you want to get, which is reinforcing for them, okay? It's their life reward. So remember, when we're training our dogs, that everything is reinforcing, not just what we are setting out to train or give our dogs. Then think about the scenario you're in, and is my dog reinforcing themselves, or am I accidentally reinforcing them without even thinking about it? When we look at it like this, we can get a much broader handle on our training, and we can really start to look at our training differently, okay? I hope you enjoyed this video. Please follow along, like and subscribe, and we will see you